What's up, guys? In today's video, we're going to talk about on People Skills 101 how you should correct people. Like, I'm not supposed to talk when I'm eating. Yeah, that's what we're going to talk about today. Let's do it. What's up, guys? Welcome to another episode of People Skills 101. Today we're talking about a very important topic: how you can correct people. This is a tough one, especially when you know someone's wrong. How do you go about it? How do you implement yourself into the situation so you can help both parties win? So let's get right into it. So, number one, I'm gonna say start off with avoid it. I know that sounds weird at first. What do you mean avoid it if you're gonna correct somebody? What I mean by that is there's no need to be the moral police. There's no need to go around and correct everybody on everything that you think that they do wrong, especially when it comes to something that's belief oriented. So for instance, if it's something that somebody believes something strongly about something, a way of living life, but you disagree with it, there's no reason to go and correct them and tell them that they're wrong. You know, a lot of times what happens is people correct people in front of a group or other people. And what happens is it no longer is a discussion on who was right or who was wrong. It becomes an ego battle. That's why I say avoid it at all costs. Most of the time, it doesn't really matter. It's just a different way of living life. All right, so I got that out of the way. Let's go to number two. Number two is my Dale Carnegie favorite. It is call to their mistakes indirectly. And a perfect example of this is I can explain as I was just recently at the doctor's office and I said to the doctor, I was like, yeah, I was here about 6 months ago, and he was looking right at my chart of when I actually visited, and he was like, oh, was it 6 months ago? When he knew exactly when it was. He pretended like he didn't know, but by me being able to observe that he was looking at the chart, he was like, oh, it says 3 months. Well, was it? Like, he pretended that he really didn't know, even though he did know. He had the facts right there. He helped me save face in the sense that, hey, well, maybe, is it really so? You let the person come to the conclusion. So really number two is about letting the person come to that conclusion, guiding them towards it. So for instance, if someone's wrong about something, you suggest the correct opportunity, not demand it, and say, hey, this could be another way of looking at things. Because honestly, when someone is told something that they don't believe to be true or don't want to be true, very rarely are they going to change their mind. And the reason of that is because the psychology of commitment. They're committed to the idea. They believe, no matter what, beyond a shadow of a doubt, that what they believe is true. So if you were to give them hard evidence, they're still gonna dismiss it. They're still gonna ignore it. So the best way is to suggest it, to let the person kind of save face and to call to the mistake indirectly and give them a suggestion on how they can correct the actual mistake. So step number three. Step number three is one of my favorites because I strongly believe it is a relationship builder. And what I mean by that is once you corrected the behavior, once you corrected someone and you've shown them the hard evidence and you see that they start to realize it, immediately suggest that you could be wrong. And what that does is it helps them save face once again. It helps them to admit that, hey, maybe I was wrong, if you're willing to admit that you're wrong. And let me give an example. If you were to show somebody how to change a flat tire and they're insistent on how they know how to do it, and you show them the correct way to do it, and you say, I don't know if that's always worked for me though, I could be wrong. They're more willing to say, hey, no, I like your way. And they've learned something instead of it becoming an ego battle. See, the worst thing is when we correct each other, when we're trying to correct each other, when someone is teaching someone else something, a behavior that's a better behavior, but the other person doesn't believe it to be so, it becomes an ego battle. It's no longer about the actual set of beliefs, it's just about what the person thinks about themselves. So it's very important when you're correcting someone, when you're teaching someone, when you're coaching someone, that you give them that high reputation to live up to. You make sure that the fault is easy to correct. You make sure that no matter what they are doing, it's okay in the long run if they're wrong. It's not the end of the world. You know, we live in a society where most people are willing to correct people because they need that ego boost. They need to feel superior. And the best way to change somebody and influence somebody is to not make yourself feel superior, but to make them feel superior. That's how you're able to influence people. That's how you can change people, by making them feel greater, by making them see a greater vision of themselves. So when you're correcting someone, you're really coaching them, you're teaching them, you're showing them the right path of the things to do. That's it, guys. Please subscribe if you are not subscribed already. I got tips on people skills coming up every single week. I want to make a commitment to doing more because I really like doing these videos. It's just the time. Yeah. So anyway, tips on people skills every single week. Please subscribe. Hit that subscribe button. I think it's right here, or it's right here. I don't know. I'm on the mirror. Wherever it is. So thank you guys so much for watching, and tune in next week so you can learn more about people, so you can learn more about yourself. Woo!